or trade candidate for the Atlanta Hawks. So, what do you think about this information that came out today? Shout out The Athletic for the information. But basically, they said that our man, Jae Crowder, has been the topic of discussion between the Phoenix Suns and the Atlanta Hawks. And I have said a deal, Landry Shamet and Jae Crowder for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Would you do that? Like, that's a deal I floated out there. I think another deal I've seen is John Collins for Jae Crowder. I think it's Jae Crowder and either Dario Saric or whoever you want. You can put any combination for John Collins, just because one might argue that that's a better fit. But basically, the way it was framed by The Athletic is that the reason they want to bring Crowder is for Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and John Collins to be this. And I think also Jae Crowder is the type of guy who could push DeAndre Hunter. So what's your thoughts? This guy averaged 9.5 points and 5.5 rebounds last season for the Suns, who were eliminated in the second round by the Dallas Mavericks. What's up, Rocket News?
What's up, Chris? It's intriguing, but definitely don't give up John Collins for Jae Crowder. Definitely don't do that. I think the Bogdanovic trade is interesting, but
does get rid of bench scoring.
Yeah, to me, Jake, I don't think it's worth it for Atlanta. I don't know what the asking price is, but if Jae Crowder's on my basketball team, I want Jae Crowder starting. So would we go super small with John at the 5? Well, then why would we have Capella and Onyeka?
That's another deal I float out. Would you trade trade Clint Capella for Landry Shamet, Torrey Craig, and Jae Crowder maybe?
I'd do that. I don't know if
I don't know.
Phoenix wants to do that. I don't know if they.
But then they're paying two bigs. But Clint Capella's deal does expire, so you could argue maybe they do this for a season and then move on. But I think the most realistic is the Bogdan trade, and that's why I think you have to include Landry Shamet, because Landry Shamet's shooting ability would help alleviate the loss of Bogey.
Yeah, I'm not a big Shamet guy. I don't. If it happens, that'd be cool, but I don't know if Phoenix really gains too much. So, like, if you did that Bogdanovic trade, who's your starting 5?
Your starting 5 would then be DeJounte Murray, Trae Young. You would assume that you probably would start Jae Crowder until DeAndre Hunter proves that you have to have Crowder come off the bench. So unless either Crowder or Hunter starts, doesn't matter. Hunter, you could maybe have him come off the bench for the start of the year. So you use trading for Crowder as a way to motivate and push DeAndre Hunter to play his best basketball. And then at that point, after a week or two, or after 10 or 15 games, you insert Hunter again in the starting lineup. But so it's basically John Collins and Clint Capella the front court, Young and Murray are the backcourt, and then it's either Crowder or Hunter at the wing at the 3. And then that allows you to also go small with Collins, Hunter, Crowder, Murray, and Young.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Hunter's always been a starter in his brief tenure in the league. I just think Crowder's has to start, and I think Hunter has to start, and John Collins definitely has to start. So then I don't know. Maybe you go based on matchups. I still hold the same thought. I mean, if it happens, cool. I think they would get better from that if they got rid of Bogdanovic for Jae Crowder, but I don't know. I'm not desperate to do this trade if I'm Atlanta.
So for me, I think like the thing is if I'm Atlanta, I'm really trying to push the only deal I'm presenting is a Bogdan trade. But besides that, I don't see anything else, because the reason you do the Bogdan trade is, yes, Landry Shamet, you would have to take on his contract, but with the salary cap, the way it's going is Landry Shamet's contract is going to basically be a vet minimum in like 2 years, So there's that it's really exciting. I just think when you bring in a guy like Jae Crowder, and I didn't even realize I accidentally closed this off, but when you look at a guy like Jae Crowder, okay, Jae Crowder's a guy, not only can he hit shots, he's going to give you 9 to 10 points at the very least every single night. That's the bare minimum. He's going to give you, several rebounds a night. That's the bare minimum. He's going to be, he can guard any guy on the court. He can guard some centers. He can guard some guards, okay? You can guard the 2, the 3, the 4 easily, okay? He's, I'm not saying he's a 1 through 5 defender, but he can play a multitude of positions, and his versatility, especially with the way, that's why I think Clint Capella and or Bogdan, whoever they do decide to give up, is very, very worth it, because the new Hawks, the new system, it's a lot more transition offense. It seems like a lot more transition defense. They're going to be moving the ball around, and it's more, I think it's better in their interest to have more two-way players, which they've spent this whole entire offseason going out and getting a two-way player. And, Clint Capella and Bogdan are the two guys whose salaries work to trade for, a package, because no picks need to be involved, because Jay's an expiring contract. Landry Shamet, one might argue, is a negative value contract. This way, you're able to go out and, free up some cap space, but also get more two-way players.
Yeah.
Any thoughts? What are your arguments for or against?
Get him to Dallas or Miami is my argument. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know. I don't think they need Jay, but Jay definitely would help him out. I'm not really trying to acquire Landry Shamet, though.
I know, but I just see Landry Shamet that way. If you say you'll take on Landry Shamet's contract, that way you don't have to, give up any picks. And I don't think there should be any picks. I just think that's the way the money works if you include Bogdan or Clint.
Yeah.
All right. You're indifferent.